So today is the start of the best weekend ever. Well, best day. It's gonna go really well. I am off to see Saturday Night Takeaway live in London and I cannot wait. I have wanted to watch this for absolutely years and years. I have managed to get tickets. It's been a complete rush, but I am going to vlog as much of my day as I can because I just cannot stop smiling. I am in my glamour clothes from my new haul that I have just put out and I can't wait. So let's go to London and let's go see Ant and Dec. Are you going to be part of the vlog? Are you going to be in it? We're in London, we have arrived. So we are on the way to the underground so that we can get to the television centre. Yeah, so smile, we're in London, Dad! So we're here, the television centre. It's gonna be so good. And on the other side is Westfield Shopping Centre. Okay, so I have arrived at the ITV Television Centre and it is amazing. So we have arrived ridiculously early, like 4 hours early, because it's still first come first serve, even though I have got tickets. But the queue already has like 60 to 100 people in it, and we still have to stand around for 4 hours. But yeah, I can't believe it. Like, we're here. I definitely am going to get seats, and yeah, it should be like loads of fun. So I'm currently like just walking around, and I'm going underneath like the main bit of the studio, and there's like a cute little fountain and stuff. Like, I'll show you. Like, it's just really cute, and I can't believe this is ITV Studios. I'm definitely trying to celebrity hunt, you know. There might be some fancy people around, but yeah, me and Dad are here. We have our place in the queue. I'm actually terrified that if Dad leaves the queue, we might lose our space. But I don't think I will be allowed to vlog anything when I'm inside the studios. So I'm going to have to hide my camera in my bag. But I just cannot believe that we're here. I have wanted to come to Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway for years and years, for absolutely forever. So this is a dream come true. I could have cried when I found out I had like kind of half reserved tickets. But yeah, if I get to see Ant and Dec live and like be in the same room as them, I think I might actually just cry. So you'll have to go back and find the episode because you'll see me. I am gonna be that girl that is crying in the audience at Ant and Dec, and I'm sorry, like Stephen Moher and like everybody. I can't believe we're here and it's happening. Yeah, so I'll keep you updated with the rest of the day and my lovely 4 hours in the queue. So like over here is where the queue is. And there's just so many people and it queues, and then like these are the gates. And then the Westfield Shopping Centre is here, which I think I might try and go and get some food from, and maybe pop into Primark whilst my dad is queuing. And yeah, but this is like the whole building. And then the sign. Okay, so I have left Dad in the queue for Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway, and I am coming on an adventure to the Westfield Centre. He has said that I can come, and he has kept all the tickets and my bag. So I am free roaming, but he's going to ring me if anybody comes to check the tickets, because it clearly states that you cannot like go in if all your party hasn't arrived. And I am so terrified that they're going to come check the tickets and I'm not going to be there. but I can't stand still for 4 hours. I'm literally gonna go insane. I thought we would have turned up, we would have found the queue and then like gone off and like adventured or explored, but no. So Dad is holding the line and he thinks that they won't do anything until like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And we're still like properly in the queue and like we're on a side so I can just like squeeze back in. Yeah, so I am going to the Westfield Centre and they have like a massive Primark. I am really concerned that my lashes are flying away because for some unknown reason whenever I go to like a fancy event in a different city, my lashes always come off and it's just a disaster. So yeah, I thought I would come see what the Westfield Centre is like because like, I didn't know it was so close, and maybe pick up a few bits and then go and see Ant and Dec. I can't even describe it, like this is just so exciting. So exciting. Oh, they have like, there's like loads of home things I can see in Primark and they have like a massive sale sign. So yeah, we're gonna go have fun. Okay, so I'm in the Westfield Shopping Centre and from first look there is like so many home stores, but I have found Primark. Okay, so I've been to Primark and I got a few little bits from like the beauty and kind of, yeah, just some little bits that I needed, but I might do a little haul of them later. But I have found out that in the shopping centre, Westfield, there is a Five Guys and I love Five Guys. Me and my dad would have had Mackey's, but there are none. And it's like a 20-minute walk from the queue and I'm not risking that. So I am walking inside the shopping centre to Five Guys. So yeah, it is, there's like loads of other shops now. I think I must have just been in a home section. But yeah, it's quite nice here. It's not as busy as I thought it would be for Saturday, but it's good. The Primark though was absolutely huge and it was amazing. Oh, there's an event going on. Yeah, so the event was from Maybelline and you had to stand in this bubble when there was like confetti and everything around you, and they put these like little cards in and you have to catch like these 4 words and then you win like this new product that they're promoting. But if you catched all of the words and like you uploaded just video of yourself in the bubble, you could win like this massive box of makeup and it had like loads of different stuff in it, and then it even had like a Smeg whisk, which I have no idea how that relates to makeup at all, but I guess it was getting people's attention. And you won like this really good mirror, and like I have the mirror already and it's so good, like it doubles up as a ring light and yeah, it's pretty amazing. But I'm still on the way to find Five Guys. The shopping centre is a lot bigger than I thought and I'm kind of lost, but I think it's just down here. I see red, so I'm hoping this is gonna be it. But there's like no other food places. How embarrassing, I just had to ask somebody's help to find Five Guys and there is a big massive sign on a post. Like I don't understand how I could have missed it, but it's like really close, so I think I'm at the completely wrong end of the shopping centre to find the ITV studios. But let's go get some lunch, well, mid-afternoon snack before later, and then hopefully Dad will go off later and pick up some more food, because once we get in there it's about 4 hours before then we leave and we can eat again. So yeah, but I've arrived at Five Guys finally, and I'm hoping the queue isn't too long. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. There only looks like there's like 4 or 5 people, so yeah, let's grab lunch. Okay, so I have just left Saturday night takeaway. It has been an absolute roller coaster, but
It was brilliant.
My face was on the telly. My face was on the telly. Like 10 million people have seen my face. It was the best thing ever, absolutely ever and ever and ever. Like, the wait was long, and I'll explain it all later, but I am on such a high. So many people have messaged me saying that they've seen me on the TV, and my voice hurts. I have broke my ring from, I broke my ring from clapping so much, like, I just can't believe it. It was the best thing ever. My face hurts, my hands are hurting, shoulders are hurting. We were shouting and my voice is going, like, it was, yeah, it was so good. But I am on the way home now. I'm just gonna get back on the tube and go back to Euston and get the train home. But this has been absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to explain to you the entire adventure of getting the tickets, because it was such a roller coaster, and I will explain it all to you when I am home and rested and asleep. But I hope that you have all enjoyed this journey with me, coming to ITV's television centre and coming to see Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway. It has just been absolutely amazing, and I've loved every second. Good afternoon, everybody. It is now the following day. I am still sitting cozy in my PJs, but I am absolutely wiped out from yesterday. I didn't appreciate how tired I was gonna be when I got home, but I just crashed, but I was still like on a high from the day, and I thought I would just take you through what the rest of my day entailed. So I think the last thing that I caught you up with was that I got lunch for me and my dad, and I took it back to the line where we were, and we've worked out we were about 120 in the line. So it wasn't very big, everyone was really spaced out, and we just waited. So I got back to my dad at about 2:30 maybe. I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock, and I think so we actually sat and we waited around for kind of security to come. We ate our lunch, we then waited for a bit, and it was like absolutely fine. That it was really windy, so I ended up having to take my eyelashes off and like shoving them in my bag because I just could not keep them on anymore. Like, I was so stressed with my hair, and my hair kind of stayed curly like even now, but I didn't take a brush with me. I so wish I did, because my hair was so knotty, but with hairspray in it too, it just, this morning when I brushed it, it was literally like I'd been dragged through a bush. It was so knotty, but yeah, anyway, so we waited, and then my dad noticed that there were some stewards and they were coming down to kind of like separate the line, and they started to let people in, which was great because we started moving forward, and it was just like, yes, we're in. Like, we definitely thought we'd got there earlier. Like I'd said before, like there was loads of people that started to join the queue after us, and we just thought we were so early. Like, we got there 4 hours early than our ticket said, and we just kind of was like, oh, there's like the amount of people in the queue. Like, I looked at the studio size, we're like, yeah, we're kind of definitely going to get in. And then we waited and we waited, and we got right up to the barrier, and they were already sending people home from like behind us in the queue, and just said like, right, you guys are definitely not going to get into the show. And we were like, oh, like I knew they'd turn away people, but like not at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when the ticket says get there for 5. By the time 5 o'clock came, we were right up against the barrier to like, there was kind of a road, and you had to cross the road and go into like these different like waiting pens, and it had like, it depended on like your number and your time and like your place in the queue of which pen you went in. So we were like right up against the barrier, and the guy that was running kind of like the queue and all the ticket system sent away more people. Like I just could not believe it. He then sent away, I'd say, like the second half of our line again. And we were just like, no. And then he said to us, like, you can come in and we'll like process you, get you through security, check all your tickets, but there's still no guarantee that you're going to get in. And we were only like, well, in the first part of the queue there was only like 60 people in front of us, but it was like the second part of the queue there was like another 60 because they had priority tickets. And we were like, oh, okay. So we waited, and they were like, oh, so if there's like other priority tickets that don't turn up, you'll be able to get in. And we were like, oh, okay. Like, even though we'd got there 4 hours early, like we were still on the risk of not getting in. But we waited and waited, and then it started to get dark, and he was like, and the guy come back out, and we're like, oh yes, like he's gonna let us in now. And he was like, just to let you know, these red lights from like the TV centre, they like light up the floor and like light up the building. And he was like, they're like spotlights on you, and because you're waiting to see if you get a shot, it literally feels like you're in hell. And it did. We just stood there being shined up by these lights, and it literally felt we were like in living hell. And he was like, right, so I'm going to split you up now, and you need to get into like number order. This was about 6:20, and the actual show starts at 7. Like it goes live at 7, and we knew if we hadn't got in at 7 we weren't getting in. Well, not even at 7, like 1:45 or whatever. So we all go in alphabetical order, and then he literally was like, yes, like let's go. And he literally took us in. We walked down like the side bit of the show, like where Ant and Dec kind of film little bits, where they're like backstage, and it was like, it's just like a really narrow corridor. And then we turned and we was in the studio. Like we were in the studio, and I just couldn't believe it. Like luckily I had touched up my makeup slightly. Yeah, so then we got in, and we were kind of like standing in between like the stage and the audience, and there was a steward, and she was helping everyone like find like a seat, because like clearly it's not allocated seating, like it's literally like first come first serve. So we walked in with like 2 girls that we'd been standing with like all day, and they were sat on the second row. And where we were standing, the only seats that were available were on the front row. Like, I actually cannot believe it. Like, I was on the front row of Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway. Like, Dec and Ant walked straight past me like throughout the whole show, and I just, yeah, I am still like absolutely gobsmacked and shocked. And I can't believe it happened. But yeah, so we sat on the front row like the whole time. And in a bit of the show, they have like this big inflatable slide that came down like the stairs. And I was like in shot whilst they were filming it with Sam Fender. And he was like laying on the kind of inflatable slide whilst they were talking about something else. And he literally like turned around, and I waved at him, and no joke, Sam Fender waved at me. Little old me, Sam Fender waved at me. Like, there was nobody else waving at him. It was a dedicated wave at me. No joke, he was about like 2 meters away. I think if I'd like reached and he'd reached, like, I could have touched him, you know, But yeah, it was just absolutely amazing. Unfortunately there were like things missing out of the show that I really did want to see, like Ant vs Dec. I love Ant vs Dec, but that was not in the show because Stephen Mulhern unfortunately hasn't been very well, and because of the Sam Fender event, like there was a separate event going on. The end of the show was actually like broadcast to us as well, so we weren't part of that. But Ant and Dec came back like after the end of the show, and they spoke to kind of us as an audience, and it was the absolute best evening ever. I can't believe my luck that I got in. But yeah, after we were seated, like, we weren't allowed our phones, and I just asked Dad, I was like, Dad, did you tell, like, did you message Mum, like, as soon as you got in, like, that we were in before you turned your phone off? And he was like, no. So I literally grabbed my bag and I ran to the toilet, because we got in at about 7:15, so I literally had like minutes before like they were gonna go through all the stuff that we needed to know. And I ran to the toilet, I turned my phone on really quick, and I rang my mum. I was like, Mum, you gotta turn on the telly, like, we're on the front row, like, tell everyone. And yeah, it was just amazing. It was just so good, and I can't believe I was there. I'm definitely recovering now, and I have learnt so much from getting these tickets from the ITV website, and I can't believe my luck. I'm definitely going to be applying for more shows, because it was just a great experience, and hopefully if I get any tickets I will take you on those too. Yeah, it was just so good. I hope that you have all enjoyed this vlog and coming with me. I am going to try and put the link and the series and episode that I was on, because it's already live on the ITV Hub, so you can go and watch that and spot me. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and I kind of can't believe that I was on the telly. Yeah, can't stop smiling. So yeah, I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!